Hey guys, so I wanted to show you how to play The Difference Between Us by Avion Roe because there are absolutely no tabs or chords written out available on the internet or anyone who's played a cover of it before. And you can just go, hey, so how do you play this? ... question mark. Because no one's figured out the tabs or chords yet, so I decided I would because I absolutely love the song and it's actually not that hard to play. So, yeah. I'll start you off with the intro. So the intro is, C, G, E minor G, C, G, G. If you don't know what that means, I will tell you. But C, G, and E minor G, the first times you play them, are played way up here, like by the 12th fret, which is when you get back into, like, the, I don't know. But it's played way up here. So you take the basic shape of CG, which is first finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, middle finger on the, God, don't rev your engine when you go by my house. Sorry, middle finger on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, ring finger on the 5th string on the 3rd fret, and then pinky finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret. So you take that basic shape and you move it all the way up so that your pointer finger is on the 9th fret. So it should sound like this. Okay? And then you play E minor G. So you take the same basic shape of E minor G up here, which is first string on the first finger on the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. Oh my gosh. 2nd finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. Ring finger on the 5th string on the 3rd fret, and then pinky finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret. Oh my gosh, this is so much to say, but I'm gonna muddle through it. Or get through it. We'll get through this together. You will kind of try to understand me, and I will kind of try to tell you what this is. Anyway, so you take that basic shape and you move it so that the pointer finger and the middle finger are on the 9th fret. And that should sound like this. Okay? And then you move from E minor G all the way down to low C G, which I already told you the shape for that, so, you know, just redo what you did before and move it down to its natural position, placement, thing. And then after you play CG, so you play G. What? And yes, I know that I'm using a different rhythm than the guy who actually plays it in the song. If you want to play it with that, that's fine, but that rhythm is a bit more complicated. So I'll show you it with his rhythm and then with the rhythm that I like to use. So his rhythm for the entire intro, and the entire song actually, is I just feel like that doesn't really fit when I try and sing it with it, so that's why I use that, because it's easier for me to play and sing with my rhythm. So I think that when I was trying to play his rhythm, I don't even think that I was playing it right. Yeah, it's a lot more structural and I can't really get the flow of it correctly, so, yeah, just, if you want to use his rhythm, but If you don't, if you want it to be a little bit easier, then just use the rhythm that I'm using. Okay, so we played the intro, and now the verse. The verse is exactly the same as the intro, except you don't play G. So here we go for the verse. And so, yeah, you do hold it after you go, after CG, so it's like, if you want it with the, I don't know, I was gonna try and do this just with the instrument, but it's kind of hard, considering you have to like pause in places. So it's like, easy, right? I'm just using the do 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 because it's basically the same for all of the verses. And then the second, and the only difference between this verse and the other verses is that in the second verse, after you hold it, you go back down to CG and you play this. CG and then E minor G, and then you go straight into the chorus from that. Stop revving things when you go by my house. I am so sorry. So yeah, that's the only difference between the first verse and the second verse, and then the difference between the first verse and the second verse. And the third verse is that in the third verse, well, the third verse sounds like this. Okay, probably a little bit slower than that actually, but there's no hold except for when you finally end, because the third verse is the ending of the song. So yeah, so you play high C G and then E minor G and then low C G, but you don't pause after you play low C G. Where you would pause, you just continue to play C G, and then you play G. And then after playing G after playing G, then you play C G. And then you pause, and that's the end of it. So yeah, I hope that helps you. And yeah, so now all we need to learn is the chorus and the bridge, and you guys should be fine. Or hopefully, you know. So the chorus is just G and CG, so and then you would go into the verse. Except for after the second chorus, where you go into the bridge. So the second chorus is same exact thing. And then you go into G. And then CG. way up here. Okay. So yeah, I'll play the entire chord progression all the way through for you guys, and then hopefully you'll be able to play along. If not, go back and rewatch whichever part of the video, of this video, that you don't get. And yeah, if you want, you can also go and try and play along with the actual music video, the actual song, which I'll link right here. Or you can try and play along with my version right here. So click on my fingers, I guess. I don't know. But if you want to just play it right now with just the chords and no singing, stick around. Okay. Hopefully there will not be any engine revers. Okay, so let's start. Okay, I hope that helped you guys out, and I really hope that more people than me are going to be able to play this now. Yeah, I did mess up a little bit in there, but I don't know. Hopefully, this is good. I don't know. I don't know how to end this, so I'm going to end it. Love you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.